Hello everyone, this is Lottie from Cancer as a Lifestyle. Now, ever since I've been diagnosed with cancer, I've wanted to leave something of value, of something of myself behind to my friends and family. So, you will hear me speak of this from time to time, some of the things that I am doing to, kind of pass on to the next generation. Now, I've also done a vlog on my blankets that I make for them and for almost everyone in my family, and I keep upgrading them as they get older. So another thing I've started these last couple of months happened to be that I don't wait any longer for birthdays or holidays or like Christmas and stuff to, give them gifts. If I find something that is of value to them and it's just a small little item and I know they love it or they appreciate it or they're looking for it, I will get that for them and I will pass them on. Now I have been very lucky these last couple of months because I have worked in the same company for about 23 years and they ended up being sold, and so now we have a new owner. So my old company, in the last months of it, before this transition, if headquarters didn't want a lot of stuff, they would raffle off things like figurines and different stuff. We were a manufacturing company, so we had a lot of goods. So these were good things. These were nice things, not used or anything. Or, in this case, teacups. And I think, so they entered this raffle, and any money that was raised from any of these raffles ended up being donated to breast cancer. So I ended up entering a lot of these raffles, and I won a lot of stuff, and a lot of these things I passed down to my family members as little gifts because I know that they like these things. So one thing I found, actually, that I entered in happened to be this raffle for the figurines and the teacups. Now, these figurines are collector's items. These are beautiful figurines, and the teacups. Now, I think they were going for like $2 a ticket or 3 for $5. I'm not sure. I don't remember. I think I bought $20 worth, and I ended up getting all of the teacups because nobody wanted the teacups, but I did. I wanted them. I was very excited. Actually, when I saw the figurines, I was like, well, maybe I should ask for that because they were really beautiful. And some of them were quite large. They were like almost like, quite large. But remember, I wanted to pass on to somebody I love. And I happen to know that my daughter loves her teacups and tea time and teapots. So I was very happy to get this for her. So let me show you the teacup collection that I was able to get for like $20 to pass on to my daughter. Now, this came, and I hope I can show you. This I got as extra, and it's got a beautiful scene. I hope you can see it. And these do not come with any teacups, but it comes with the teapot, the creamer, and it is a winter scene. I hope you can see that. There's a glare in my morning light. There's the creamer, and it came with the sugar. So it's a 3-piece set that I ended up getting. This was actually an extra. Never used because this was on display. And let me show you some of these. Now, before I go on, every teacup came with its own display case. So I have like, now whatever I show you, again, I'm only showing you one type, but I may have several of these cups together, so it's not just one set. I have 2, 3, 4 cups of the same design. So each of them came with this holder, where you can put your, that you can see that better, and that actually was a separate box in itself. It was quite a lot to carry out. So let me show you one of the teacups. And this is really, oh, the glare is, let me see if I can move it. Can you see this one? The design on it. And inside it has a picture of a Victorian lady. Here is the saucer. Isn't it lovely? Now, a lot of them, you have to be careful because some of them you can't drink out of because of the fact that, you know, it's only for decoration, but it will say so on the teacup itself, okay? So here's another one. As you can look at the lovely Victorian on both sides. The inside happens to be another Victorian lady. And here's the saucer that came with it. You see that? It's very lovely. Do that. Let me show you another one. Look at this one. Oh, the glare is just, there you go. And the inside. And here's the saucer. Now the saucer here, you see how it's a little deeper? Very lovely. Very, very well. I love these. And like I said, I have a lot of them that are duplicates and triplicates and, you know, whatever. Here's another one. Look at this one. Oh, I didn't even notice it had such a big bow all around. Like that. On the inside, you have another Victorian lady. Now, oh, look at this one. Look at this. Very lovely. Here's the saucer that came with it. Just lovely. Oh, this is a lovely one too. Can you see this one? This one has, it's in the brown tone and browns and gold. Very lovely. All the way around. Inside you have the lady and the saucer. Oops, I should. Very lovely. Now, I can tell you a little trivia a bit about myself right away. Now, we have a family friend who happened to, we have known all of our lives that we've been here in this country, and I've been here 47 years, and I was 7 years old when I came here. And she's also Polish, and my mom would take me when I was a little girl. We would go visit her like a couple times a week, and she would always serve tea. And I always like afternoon tea with just pastries and the cake she made. It was like, you know, a little, I mean, it was like a regular English tea time. I've loved going there, and I loved doing that. And I think in a way it almost made me have that love of British that I always have. I love the Victorian era. I love the you know, all the special ornate things that you can. I love British TV. I just love mysteries and Agatha Christie's and that whole Victorian era. I love it. And then as my daughter was born, I also would take her there, and she also would enjoy the same experience. And I love that there was a small tradition that got passed down from my mom to myself and now to my daughter with, and we each of us would visit this beautiful young woman, lovely older woman, I should say, and I listened to her stories. And in fact, she used to be in the concentration camps, but not in the camps as much as she was in the work camps for children. And as a child, she was, and I would listen to stories, you know, about her past and how she, those years during Germany's, being in Germany in a work camp as a child, and very interesting stuff. Let me tell you, there is a lot of history that we don't get from our grandparents or from the older generation that we are missing out on, because they have a lot to teach us, a lot of great stories to share with us. So that is another great tradition that I'm really happy that my daughter got to experience also just as much as I did, as I was a little girl. So let's go ahead. I'm sorry, the interruption. Here's another cup. Ooh, the glare. Ooh. These are like little lilac flowers, and they're all the way around. Very pretty. And then the actual saucer. These are all like Victorian ladies. I can't tell you what company I work for because I don't want to. I don't want to tell you, but maybe you can guess. I'm not sure. Ooh, this is a pretty one too. These are like the traditional roses. A lot of the teacups actually come, if you notice, in a lot of flower um, and the gold trim around. And in fact, any Polish household, like my mom, a real Polish household that first generation, you will see a lot of these china teacups and teapots, and I mean they have sets that are like several of them um, in their china cabinets. My mom has several, and I will tell you that her granddaughters, my nieces, each have an eye on a certain set for themselves for later that they would love for grandma to pass on to them. And I think that's wonderful. I think that's what we are missing is the traditions and the little things, you don't need to have, pass on money or homes or things like that. You can pass on little lovely things like this, like teacups and recipes and books and things that have such great value to you. I've mentioned this before, but I was blessed with an inheritance of someone's crocheting stash that was huge, and I love that. And look what came out of that, that little inheritance, all those boxes that were delivered to me. A ministry, you know. Here's another one, but this one is not for drinking use. This is for decorations only. And this one has, and again, like I said, it will state inside, like in here, it tells you, this is not for drinking, because I think of the dyes that were used um, to color this. And in fact, it tells you on the side, on the back, it'll tell you like, caution, do not use this for food or drink. So these are, certain ones you can only use for decorations. And I have a couple more. I'm sorry. All right, here's another one. Look at this lovely thing. I mean, so unique. I really look forward to this. And actually, I was looking at Freeze Baby Cindy. She has a lot of teapots too, and I was like, wow. I have teacups, but I don't really have China teapots. Look at that. And tea time is actually coming back, I think, for a lot of ladies organizations, especially, I mean, I've been to some, here's another one, where they have, a lot of ladies tea. I've actually had some, for my crocheting ministry, we had a tea party also with traditional little cucumber sandwiches and pastries, and we even made we made hats, like, those Victorian party hats out of tissue paper and paper plates and a ribbon, and, we took a picture. It's on our crocheting page on Facebook, if you wanted to look at it. And, we had a great time. My apartment looked like a total mess, like a tsunami hit it because there was tissue paper everywhere, but we had a great time that way. A lot of little girls are having their birthday parties that have with tea parties and all. So tea time is actually coming back because you can have so much fun. Oops. Okay, and my last piece here is this one here. Look at another great design. So I was really happy with them. Now I don't know, you see that? The inside, of course, a little. And this one here. There you go. So I was really happy. I only paid like $20 in raffle tickets, and I got all of this. And like I said, many of them have duplicates. They're not just, one set or anything. And like I said, I have a whole box of these, which, I'm kind of debating because, in the simplification thing, I am, I want to downsize, and also I have this huge box of these. Now, like I said, some of them you can only use for display, and I think so far there's only 2 types here that I have that are for display, but the rest are for drinking, and I know my daughter will use them for drinking. She loves to drink out of a teacup. And so, but I'm not sure if I should save all of these or only some of these. in case she changes her mind later and may want to display them. I'm not sure, but at the same time, it's taking up a lot of space. So I think I'm going to hold on to them for a little while. I did think about donating these because, in case, place it, everyone's always might be looking for a display stand, you know. So I don't know. I think maybe I should hold on to them. I'm not really sure. So I'll let you guys know. I'm going to hold on to it. If I'm not sure of something, don't do it. Just hold on to it. It may take up some space, but you might regret it later. So that's it, ladies. Thank you so much for watching. And if you haven't subscribed, please do so. Comment below. I would love to know if you have a teapot stash and a tea kettle or tea cups, or if you have any of your own, or maybe you have other treasures that were passed on to you from your your mom or your grandma or your other relatives that you've inherited, so please comment below. I would love to know. And otherwise, hit the thumbs up button and have a great day, everyone.